Movies? Sure.
Movies.
Movies.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Welcome to Unconventional Voices channel. In this video we will discuss the best 10 movies in 2021 so far. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Activate the ring of our channel to receive our new videos.
Seatbelt. Dive in! Again.
Number 10. Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Kristen Wiig and Annie Mumolo wrote and big name on this bizarre, brightly colored, and fully pleased comedy that defies expectancies throughout. They are middle elderly quality pals who take their first actual excursion to Florida collectively to go to the idyllic Vista Del Mar. But it's now no longer all cocktails and banana boats. Behind the scenes, tremendous villain Sharon Fisherman additionally performed through Wiig, has an evil plan for the resort. With sunglasses of the quality of Austin Powers 11, though some distance extra sincere, Barb and Star is a great-natured friendship comedy through a surrealist lens that may scratch an itch for all people lacking a chunk of seashore time this year.
Keep your eye on number 9.
Number 9. Psycho Gorman. Unexpected gem of the 12 months clearly is going to this entirely bonkers, brew-crammed cosmic horror film, which is likewise absolutely humorous and sort of candy on the equal time. It follows worrying little shit meanie knitter Josie Hannah, who bullies her brother, Luke Owen Meyer, mercilessly. After defeating him in a sport of loopy ball, Luke's punishment is to dig his personal grave. However, as an alternative, the pair find out an artifact, which seems to be the important thing to controlling a generic evil imprisoned on the planet for looking to smash the galaxy. So of path Mimi names him Psycho Gorman and forces him to hang around together, along with her own circle of relatives and pals, notwithstanding his insistence that he's going to shower of their blood the instant he's freed. From Steven Kostanski, the director of 2016's The Void, Psycho Gorman is a spot-on mixture of brutal, slaying and hardcore gore, cosmic plotline regarding an alien council and a helpful own circle of relatives comedy, and sudden delight.
Number 8.
8. Crueler. Emma Stone is a punk rock clothier with inside the mildew of Vivienne Westwood on this colorful London set comedy that is on paper a prequel to 101 Dalmatians. But in reality, take it as a stand-on and you'll have man a greater fun. Up-and-coming fashionista Estella manages to affect one of the main designers, the Baroness Emma Thompson, and secures a coveted activity at her international well-known style house. But while Estella discovers a darkish mystery regarding her very own past, she takes at the outrageous alter ego Crueler to damage the Baroness throughout, fashioning her at each opportunity. Packed with banging tunes and tremendous dresses, Crueler is an excessive power spectacle. However, it's the sparring of the two Emmas that brings the actual electricity. Forget any destiny she may have as a doggy killer, in her very own film, Crueler is a legend.
Number 7.
7. In the Heights. The sunniest movie to hit theaters this season. John M. Chu's In the Heights became as sugary candy, because the frozen Pyrogool in Manuel Miranda hops round this movie's block. Based at the Hamilton composers in advance Tony prevailing musical. The photo became the uncommon thing, a Broadway variation that in reality soars, as excessive as its level manufacturing and rarer still, the primary Hollywood blockbuster with an all-Latinx cast. The movie got here beneath honest complaint on social media for now no longer being as inclusive as it may be. However, that shouldn't be the closing phrase on the sort of big-hearted achievement. From the buoyant performances that have already opened doorways for Anthony Ramos and Leslie Grace's monstrous charisma, to the Latin, salsa, and hip-hop infused melodies, which have a good time a subculture, lengthy neglected of the Hollywood photo of American life, In the Heights is a jubilant celebration. There definitely hasn't been a giddier time on the multiplex this year. Plus, those 96,000 inches, and Carnival del Barrio sequences definitely a fire.
Number 6.
6. Zola. Based on a true tale which changed into informed through a sequence of tweets published returned in 2015, and the following Rolling Stone article that added the story to prominence. Zola is a stranger than fiction, saga visible via the lens of social media. An extremely contemporary, experimental, low-price range comedy mystery, with a backdrop of abuse and intercourse trafficking. The movie is as willfully uncomfortable to observe as it's far hugely entertaining. From the jump, Zola Taylor-Page is a Detroit waitress and Component Time exclusive dancer who meets a consumer named Stefani Riley Kiao and consents to take a journey together, along with her to Florida to hit up strip golf equipment wherein Stefani guarantees they'll make plenty of money. With them are Stefani's feckless boyfriend Succession's Nicholas Braun, and her manifestly dodgy roommate. Sometimes informed via spoken tweets with switches in perspective, this marks director Janixa Bravo as a compelling new voice, and her solid of leads as not anything brief of captivating.
There's number 5.
Number 5. Judas and the Black Messiah. Fred Hampton turned into murdered with the consent and making plans of regulation enforcement at each federal and neighborhood jurisdiction levels. That Judas and the Black Messiah made this not unuseful place expertise could be motive sufficient for consideration. Yet that director Shaka King tells Hampton's tale so thrillingly right here elevates his movie into one of the maximum compelling crime dramas in years, handiest with the FBI's unlawful COINTELPRO application being the number one crook element. Told from the attitude of the person who spied at the Black Panthers and ultimately facilitated the raid that took Hampton's life. Judas radiates a despairing great which one way or the other can nonetheless experience electrifying every time Daniel Kaluuya's powerhouse overall performance takes middle stage. Which is quite an awful lot any time the Black Panther chairman takes the microphone. Kaluuya deserved his Oscar, however Lakeith Stanfield's paranoid flip as Bill O'Neill, the bad bastard coerced into being a snitch whilst nonetheless a kid, is what receives below your pores and skin and walks beside you after the credit roll.
Number 4?
Number 4. Pig. Are there sincerely oldsters accessible who wandered right into a screening of Pig and assumed they'd get the Nicolas Cage knockoff of John Wick? I want to assume so, simply as I love to assume what they stated to every different afterward. To be sure, Michael Sarnowski's Pig sounds on paper like something in that ballpark. Cage performs a hermit dwelling in self-exile from his beyond lifestyles while ruffians thieve his beloved truffle pig. In response, he comes down from the mountain, equipped to re-engage with the vintage ways. Yet whilst you understand the one's antique methods contain being the best chef in his state and re-engagement method engaging in a combat membership, at some distance extra pitiful than it sounds, and surely cooking connoisseur meals the extra, obvious it's miles that is a sophisticated, nuanced allegory approximately grief and self-identity. Anchored through Cage's excellent, overall performance in a lengthy time, Pig is a mild and revelatory revel in that slowly unpacks its brilliance piece through piece, vignette through vignette. For the ones coming in looking rapid food, this in all likelihood might be a disappointment. For all others, it's a resplendent 5-path meal.
Number 3.
Number 3. The Suicide Squad. For as soon as the advertising and marketing wasn't kidding, writer-director James Gunn does have a horribly stunning mind. And we at closing get to peer it completely unleashed on a superhero property. Yes, the filmmaker made many cry over a CGI tree and speaker raccoon with inside the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. However, possibly now no longer due to the fact that Logan has a storyteller visible, such loose reign over treasured studio IP. Gunn didn't waste it. The Suicide Squad performs very, just like the ladies and men on a mission 60s capers its director grew up on. However, that shape is channeled right here via grimy and deranged sensibility. How else are you able to describe a photograph that makes you need to cuddle a land shark who simply swallowed a bystander whole? The Suicide Squad does that an extra whilst supplying an exhibit for certain such things as Margot Robbie's impossible to resist Harley Quinn. In addition to the dregs and rejects of DC Comics who in the end thieved the movie, David Dastmalchian's Polka Dot Man and Daniela Melchior's Ratcatcher 2, namely, Box Workplace be damned, that is one of the great superhero movies ever made, and can be a traditional with inside the years to come.
Number 2!
Number 2. The Green Knight. When you pay attention the name King Arthur, sure factors spring to mind. It's one of these traditional homes that have been adapted, exploited, and parodied with killer rabbits advert nauseum. Even so, it's secure to mention you've by no means visible, the lore end up as foreboding and startling as this. Reimagined through the gaze of writer-director David Lowery. The 14th century poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight at final takes on a trippy and witchy connotation. An interpretation that draws as a great deal from medieval paganism because it does obsessions with chivalry and Christian virtue. The Green Knight correctly reinvents its Arthurian quest right into an adventure in the direction of sure doom. As the significant parent on that mission, Dev Patel, famous movie star, air of secrecy and the capacity to absolutely command the screen. His model of Gawain, the wayward nephew of King Arthur, Sean Harris, is vain, cowardly, selfish, and by some means thoroughly sympathetic as he searches for Ralph Inson's Green Knight, a godlike creature who has promised to behead Gawain after they meet again. Through it all, Lowry and organization craft a luxurious global that during each shot seems like the maximum transportive, Dungeons and Dragons cowl you've ever visible. The surroundings is oppressively brooding, and it's going to now no longer attraction to everyone. Yet just like the very first-rate movies launched via way of means of indie distributor A24, there's a hint of mad genius at paintings right here that needs to be visible, after which visible again.
Number 1.
Number 1 in our list is Inside, as arguably the pleasant piece of artwork to pop out of 2020's torments. Bo Burnham's Inside changed into now no longer advertised, or maybe conceived of as
Thanks for watching.